Is the new Husqvarna 540 XP Mark III the best top handle chainsaw made today? We're going to find out right now. Right here in my possession is the new Husqvarna T540 XP Mark III chainsaw. It's a nice saw. I ran about 4 or 5 tanks through this saw already, doing some tree jobs and doing some limbing work. It's a 5 series saw, which means that it's one of the newer ones, because with Husqvarna they have 3 series, 5 series, which is the first number you're going to see. Then the next number, the 40, is the CCs, which is pretty easy to understand. Now some manufacturers have all kinds of numbers but don't really mean anything. They're hard to understand. Husqvarna makes it very easy. You've got a 540, so it's 5 series, 40 CCs. If you've got a chainsaw that is a 372, it's a 3 series, 72cc or 70cc saw. I also have a 592, which is a 5 series, 92 or 90cc saw. So it's pretty easy to figure it out. Now this is a Mark III, which means there have been improvements made to this. They have much better, more professional, high grade components. This happens to have a 14-inch bar. It is a cute little guy. It is a 325 chain. With the 14-incher, really nice balance with this, really nice stop switch here. It's got the really cool little primer that a lot of people don't like, but once you have primers, they're nice. They just work. You prime it, you pump gas into it, and it works. This right here is the choke. You pull it down and go like that, and then when you squeeze the trigger to start, it automatically clicks off. It has the safety catch here and here, so you have to be squeezing with your hand. It's got a nice handbrake. It's got a nice sidebar on it here too, so when you do want to cut with both hands, you've got a nice grip right here and a nice grip up on top, but you can also cut one-handed like you can with a lot of top handle saws. It's got the same type of covers or caps for the oil and the gas, just like all the Husqvarna saws do. It's not just that quarter turn that leaks, it's an actual twist. You got to turn it in a couple 3 turns, and it tightens right up with a nice O-ring. It's got a little flip top here so you can turn it off and then you can close it up. I like these caps better than most of the other manufacturers have. Other than that, it's also got a double hook here for arborists, so you can hang it on your waist, and then you can have it so that you've got it where you're cutting, you've got your longer cord, so you can drop it if you have to away from you, or you can clip it up on your waist. So it's got the double, and it's a nice pivoter here, so it works really good. It's got a nice skid plate on the bottom. Being that this is more of a pro model, it is going to cost more, but you get a lot more. It's got a nice little cover that you can take off to get at the air cleaner. I just really like this saw a lot. It's a, like I said, it's a 40cc, and I've run a 540 that is not the top handle, and they're nice little saws for limbing, but this thing is just awesome. It really rips. I've used a few different top handle saws doing tree jobs and doing limbing work. So far, this one's my favorite. Let's try it out right now. So there is something that I should point out. Right here, it does clearly say it's a 39cc saw, so it's not a 40cc, but a lot of the manufacturers will round up or down depending on what they want to do with it. So it's 39cc's for you guys that are really precise, and you're a techno weed, you want to know it's not a 40cc, it's a 39. Close enough for government work. Okay, let's do some cutting. So right now you might be asking yourself, what qualifies this guy to talk about chainsaws and tell me what kind of saw is the best? Well, I cut firewood. I've been cutting firewood for over 50 years. I cut a couple hundred cords every year, and I sell it all, and I've run dozens of different kinds of saws and hundreds of saws in general. I've ran pretty much every brand you can think of over the years. They all work, they all are nice, but I really like the Huskies. They just cut, and I don't know, they just work. They work really good. So here it is. We're gonna go do some cutting right now. Okay, so we're ready to do some cutting. First things first, I wear earplugs and muffs. I wear safety glasses. I have chaps on. I have steel toe boots on. Safety, safety, safety. Let's do some cutting. So I have not started this thing yet. So we're gonna put the choke on, gonna prime it a little. We're gonna give it a couple pulls here and see what happens. Okay, maybe I'll just give it one pull. Now it's recommended when you start a saw, instead of cutting wide open right away, you're supposed to let it idle and warm up for about a minute, so we're going to do that. All right, let's do some cutting. So for those of you that want to know, the last one we cut was about a 5-incher, just a little guy, which is common for a limbing saw to cut smaller stuff like this. But we're going to try a bigger one. This one here is probably, it's over 10 inches. So we're going to give this one a try right now. We're going to see what happens. Here we go. We'll start her up again. Works that way too. Let's try a harder cut. Look at that, still cutting. Let's do another upcut. All right, it seems to cut. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
So there she is, cute little saw, the T540 Husqvarna Mercury. Runs great. Now, I did bog it down a couple times because I was pushing hard, and a 40cc saw, or 39 if you want to be precise, you can stop. Anybody can stop it. You just lean on it and you can stop it. I'm used to cutting with my 572s and my 592, which is much bigger saw, and those you can pretty much force all the time and they don't bog down on you. This is ash, which is a hardwood, very dry wood. This wood is dry because it was cut a while ago, so not a lot of moisture in it. So this is some of the hardest cutting wood that we have here in the wood yard. The only other stuff I could think of that would be harder would be like ironwood or maybe some beech. Let's go try some beech. I've got some right over there. So there it is, the Husqvarna T540 XP Mercury chainsaw. Nice saw. 40cc is awesome. Now, I'm a much more of a fan of the big saws. I really like 70cc saws. I've got 3 572 XPs, love them. And I also have a 592, love that. I also have a 3120, which is a 120cc saw, a lot of fun. But this little guy really cuts nice. For a small maneuverable saw for doing limbing wood, or if you're working on tree jobs where you want to do brush and stuff, this little thing is awesome. I really like it a lot. I'm going to be running this a lot more in the future. That's it for today, folks. If you like what you just saw, I've got over 1,200 videos on my channel all about chainsaws and firewood. Go check it out if you like this. I'll be back tomorrow 5:30 a.m. with another video just for you. Good night, everyone.